Hello everybody and welcome back to Horizon Zero Dawn. Last time we went and saved our fellow Nora from captive back in there. And today we are going to continue our way to Meridian and see what we can do about the main quest. I'm gonna start heading that way, and I'll catch up with you there, or if something happens. Alright, here we are, coming up to Meridian, over the edge of this cliff here. Kind of a fun little entrance along the edge here. And it looks like it is built into the top of a plateau. We've got this huge tower next to it that does not look like it was naturally made. Something made that for sure. So let's head our way into Meridian and see what we can find.
I'm sorry for the wait, but all goods entering the city are subject to search.
This is outrageous. We're loyal citizens.
What's going on here? Olin's in there, somewhere. And so's Erend, that other Outlander I talked to the night before the proving. Erend said he'd introduce me to his sister if I visited Meridian. Said she was captain of the Vanguard.
The city's locked down on account of the murder.
Not getting
If
through,
this keeps up, I'll be broke in a month. It's always the merchants who suffer.
Halt! Stop right there. In light of the recent attack, no stranger passes into Meridian without submitting to search.
Recent attack? What are you talking about?
The murder of Captain Ursa and her vanguards, of course. Ambushed by Shadow Carja forces in Redridge Pass.
Ursa? You mean Erend's sister is dead?
How would you know his name?
I know Erend. Summon him. I need to speak to him.
Ha! I doubt that Erend, the new captain of the Vanguard, a man in grief, is going to waste his time on a grimy outlander.
Aloy, hey, you're alive. I thought you were dead. Make way, make way.
all the way to Meridian just to see me?
Have you been drinking?
Not really. A little. So you're alive. We should celebrate. The drink's on me.
We need to talk alone, and you need to pull it together.
Over there.
So you approve?
Of course I approve. From now on, she may come and go from this city as she pleases.
As you wish, sir.
There. Alone as you asked. And what did you want to tell me?
I heard what happened to Ursa. I'm sorry. I know she was special to you.
Special to me? Special to everyone. She always knew what to do. She bossed everyone around. She kept me in line. Now I'm supposed to fill her shoes. And instead, here I am, stumbling around in them.
Give yourself some time. You'll find your footing.
Not at the rate I've been drinking.
And what would your sister have said about that?
I know, you're right. I should expect more of myself. She always did.
A lot has happened since we last spoke. The Proving was attacked by a group of killers. Not many of us survived.
We were in the village when we heard explosions up on the mountain. Some of your braves came back, said most of the contestants were dead. I've never heard such a wail of grief as the sound that rose up from your people. How did you survive?
How I survived is less important than how I was targeted.
Targeted? What do you mean?
The killers came for me because of Olin.
What are you talking about? That doesn't make sense.
I need to find Olin. I need to know what he knows.
But he's a friend.
No, he's a traitor. I don't know who the killers are or what they want, but I do know that Olin is working with them.
But, I mean, this...
I don't need you to understand, Erend. I just need you to take me to him.
He's not here. He went scrounging for scrap and relics days ago. It could be anywhere.
Are there any places he frequents, places he returns to?
A house. Here in Meridian.
Okay, then take me there. I need to search it.
I guess. As long as I'm there to witness the search.
I need to see Olin's place. Now.
Okay, okay. Come on.
Hope I don't burn in the sun.
All right. Now we have access to Meridian, and we will go see if we can figure out where Olin is.
We're all talking at once. How does anyone think?
I don't. I just drink.
Don't forget to stock up before you're on the road.
That girl. Is she a new?
Buying goods for a
Apparently they're letting anyone into the city these days.
Guess we're not appreciated here.
Vengeance for Ursa. How
Won't find
will
better
a
way.
god hide in his blood for blood? Vengeance for Ursa. How long will a god hide in his palace? Year after year, why does he spare those who enslaved and tortured and butchered? Erend, you should want vengeance more than anyone. Your own sister, murdered, and her death, unavenged?
One more word, you scorched out slag, and I'll throw you in jail myself! Now get out of here, or I'll give you all a kick in the ass!
What did he mean about Ursa's murder?
Not now.
Easy, dude.
Okay, how are we gonna get in? Oh, that was subtle.
Here we are. Try not to break anything. That, other than the door.
All of this for one man.
It pays to have connections in the Sun King's court.
It looks like a picture of Olin's family. It looks like a picture of Olin's family. The corner of this rug is frayed, and the floor near it is worn.
Pretty sure she's talking about a place down here that's not showing up. Yes.
Let's see what's underneath.
Hey, how did that get here?
Question is, how to get through it.
Without a key, you won't. That's a vault hatch of Azeram make. Nothing gets through.
We'll see about that.
So we got a ginormous door.
Call it a day, girl. You're wasting time.
Oh, what's up here? A big, heavy
Looks big and
ingots.
heavy. Let's give it a little push.
Wonder how much all that's worth.
I did say not to break anything, didn't I?
Ugh, where the heck are the stairs? He has a pretty big house. You got a map. You got a journal. Audio log. Or visual.
Serve and they live. Disobey, and I will open their throats and leave their corpses to prune in the sun.
So they had his family.
Child captive.
They? Who's they?
The killers. They told him to obey or they'd kill his family. Looks like Olin kept a journal.
Olin? I knew he could read contracts, but I never took him for a poet.
No doubt now. Olin knew I was targeted. A map. The glyphs show places he visited.
It's an interesting map.
There's your proof. Read the last page. He writes about meeting me in the order to kill me.
He called himself a friend. That backstabbing cheat. How did you learn to read glyphs? And these things that you see, how do you do it?
The focus. It reveals the unseen.
And Olin's focus, it's the same?
The device is the same, but somehow Olin and the killers can speak to each other with their focuses over distances, and see through each other's focuses too, like looking through each other's eyes.
So that's how the killers saw you, through Olin.
Yes, so far as I can tell. Now that I know where to find Olin, I should be on my way.
All by yourself?
Leave it to me. I'm faster on my own.
Wait. If that device lets you see the unseen...
Out of the way, Erend.
I'm asking you to help me, Aloy. I need to know who killed Ursa. Not just the Shadow Karja army, I know that, but the exact soldiers who did it.
I'm sorry about your sister, but that's your war, not mine.
Don't act like this isn't personal. You came here hunting the people who nearly killed you, who massacred your people. Why should you have justice and not me? Look, I'll head for Red Ridge Pass, where Ursa's body was found, and wait for you there. A few minutes of your focus is all I need. Don't make me beg.
Red Ridge Pass, you said? I'll see what I can do.
He did help you find here. Alright, so I believe we just picked up 2 separate quests. We can go straight after Olin and figure out what's going on there and if he can tell us who the killers are, or we can head out to meet up with Erend to find his sister's killers. However, while we're here in the town, as you can clearly see, we have several things going on. So before we head out, let's at least try to run through and pick up some quests.
Moment of your time, please. You're the one the Vanguard has been crowing about. The Nora who tracks criminals and traitors with her second sight. If only you'd use it to help me. A thief raided my home and took my brother's sword.
Tell me about the robbery. Don't leave anything out.
It was brazen and professional. They took only the sword, my most valuable possession. The thief went out through the window and scared the shadow off my steward. Otherwise, it would have been a clean getaway.
Why would someone steal the sword?
It's priceless. Made from the burnished antler of a lancehorn, finely inlaid with studded stones all down the...
Okay, I get it.
Forgive me. That's not even why it's important. The 12th Sun King gave it to my brother for his military service. He was killed in battle during the liberation. I was saving it for my nephew who's stranded at Sunfall with the Karja in Shadow.
How did your nephew wind up in Sunfall?
Most of the old clergy backed the Mad Sun King, so when he fell, they ran out of fear of retribution. As an honor guard to a venerable priest, my nephew had no choice but to go with them. Now that my brother is gone, my nephew is my heir, so that sword really belongs to him. And after all he's been through, I won't be able to look him in the face if I don't get it back.
I'll see what I can do about the robbery.
Have a word with my steward if you need to. He saw the thief escape. And listen, all I want is the sword back. Meridian, and my family for that matter, has seen enough strife already. If I can get it back, all is forgiven. No retribution necessary.
Alright, so we can figure out who did that. Let's still head around and pick up some of these other quests. I'm guessing we need to figure out a way to get up. Maybe through the center of town?
Sun's fallen, that's right.
This is not, does not, no. Got some singers in there. That's fun. Oh, here's a stairway. All right.
Lenora, I'm the mournful Naman. My apologies that we meet like this.
Like this?
In grief. You hold yours close, like a talisman. Wait, forgive me. You didn't come for reparations? Someone you lost to the Sun Ring?
No. I know about the Red Raids, but the Karja owe me nothing.
I see. Well, I could use the help of a strong-willed outlander. Then I would owe you very much indeed. These people seek to honor their loved, their lost, with their own voices, not mouthing Karja rituals to Karja stone. But there are obstacles. And while Meridian holds its breath for any disturbance, these robes only tie my hands.
What kind of obstacles?
The first pilgrim is an Oseram who seeks to visit the Shrine of Kings on the road to the city. He waits there now, forbidden to enter by an old sun priest who suffer no heathen. This Utaro lost her companion on the edge of the Jewel, at a pool where snap moths gather. The shrine was built there to ward off the machines, and its effectiveness leaves much to be desired. And the Manuk would paint a mark on the sun's climb, a call to the machine spirits, I understand. They need no beckoning. Glint hawks perch there, drawn to the spires shining.
So clear the machines out of 2 shrines and move a priest out of the other.
All I can ask for is your charity and that their stories are heard.
Naman, rituals and prayers can't bring back those who are lost.
No, but it can help those who grieve to find themselves. It can lend them strength and hope, like a new sunrise.
I didn't think your priesthood would ask outsiders for help.
If only the sun would set on our pride. Until this is done, I am no sun priest. To wear a red robe was an aspiration. I aspired. Now our hoods make us blind. We whisper reconciliation, but forget how the old king's priests sang the words and blessed the killing.
The killing? You mean the Red Raids?
Yes. And the sacrifices that came after.
Why did the priests go along with all that bloodshed?
Sometimes we Karja are more concerned with what is tradition than what is right.
Huh. Maybe the Karja and Nora aren't so different. You're disappointed with the Sun Priests, but you still wanted to be one?
I spent my whole life looking up to the temple. My brother's voice echoing in its arches. Even he couldn't turn me away, and how he tried. In the end. He said, when we were loved, our robes were dyed in cinnabar. Now they are stained in blood.
How so?
Our robes are handed down to us. Most of the old priests fled rather than be seen in the glare of a new sun. And so we are left to wear their sins. For me, at least, they hang heavy.
Where is your brother now?
He waits for me on the trail of the sun, I hope. He spoke out against the sacrifices. For a priest to question the Sun King's will, his punishment was worst of all.
You lost someone you loved too. I'm sorry.
No, not lost. When I took on these robes, I found his memory.
I'll do what I can to help those in mourning.
To honor their memories is to honor us all.
Alright, looks like we got another one that's popped up over here. And we'll go pick this one up. It may be quite a ways away if I'm not getting... There we go. Not getting it on my HUD. Hopefully it's just around the corner here.
What's the story?
Able-bodied adventurers, preferably with no friends or family, but I'm not choosy. Oi there, Outlander. Name's Vilgund. Did you come to the city looking for work? Good shards. Enough to buy garb more becoming of your...
Okay, Stop there if you want me to hear you out.
I only meant a well-molded woman such as you. I heard an interesting rumor about a Banuk camp. Tame machines, the rumor said. So I hired men to investigate. Just investigate, that's all. Those Banuk are canny, too canny. I paid up front. Well, half up front. I've had no word back.
So now you're hiring someone to find the last men you hired.
They're a sunk cost. This rumor's worth more to me.
So is there any more to the rumor about this camp?
The last bunch just wanted to know about the reward. Hey, you're a smart one. This camp isn't even big enough for a name up where the snow won't thaw. They say the Banuk there live alongside machines. Peaceful as you like. Keep them, use them, sing to them. If it's true, if we learn how they do it, think how valuable that would be to all the tribes.
When you say valuable, you mean they'd pay you for it.
Girl, I'm not made of straw.
What can you tell me about the Banuk?
The Banuk women. Snow witches all. Cold eyes, cold... They choose to live up there in Ban-Ur, in the ice. Trying to have a conversation, it's like chipping them out of the stuff. They prefer machines for company. That's why I'm putting my shards on this rumor.
Then they might not want outsiders to know about this place.
Their mystic act. No care for possessions, for luxuries. Pile of slag. Those people bargain harder than the winter frost.
Are you some kind of merchant? You don't seem to have any wares.
More of an explorer.
But you send other people to do your exploring.
All right, more of an opportunist. Girl. Nora girl. Huntress. We live in a world of opportunities. Risky opportunities. But why should risk stand in the way of a lucrative prospect for the likes of me? All right. I'm more of a gambler.
If I did look into your rumor...
You won't need to climb up the shoulders of the world for it. It's on the edge of Banuk land, beneath the anvil of the moon. And you look like you know your way around the savage east. The east. If it's true they walk among machines without fear in this camp, well, you can't miss that, can you? Payment on return.
All right, another side quest there. Let's go ahead and check the map real quick, see if we've missed any. Nope. However, I know we can chat with some of these special merchants here in this area to learn about some of the artifacts we've been finding. So this person, no, what about this one?
What did you want to talk about?
You were an outlander, no? An adventurer. I used to be one myself. I admit, I miss the beguiling colors of the wilds. Speaking of which, I wonder if you've come across a very special kind of flower. It's made of metal, like a machine. Other blossoms grow around them in amazing patterns. These gleaming beauties are very much in demand among my clients. If you bring me some, I have valuables to trade for them. Ah, let us haggle over this beautiful bounty.
So, if we find 10 every 10, Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3, it looks like we only have one. I think we found that in the cave where the armor is. He will give us one of these special reward boxes, and then it looks like he does sell the map of where everything is, but we have already bought all those.
Till we meet
So
again.
this is where we can turn those in.
Your time, Outlander?
And then I'm not sure why this person didn't have anything to say to us. Let's try again just to be safe. Yeah, so this must just be all the lenses. I mean, yeah, so just maybe a way to get some of the specialty machine parts. And then we have a specialty merchant over here we can chat with. Are you a specialty merchant? Nope.
Damn it.
We'll see what he accepts. Alright, just some boxes. What about...
Smells like nothing I've ever smelled before. Is that some kind of spice?
See if he has anything.
All right. What did you want to discuss?
You're an Outlander, which is good. But a Nora, which might be bad. Do you fear the ruins of the Old Ones like many in your tribe?
No, although some can be dangerous.
Then you may have come across what I seek. In your travels, have you found strange vessels, emblazoned with symbols of the Old Ones? They consist of a hollow cylinder with a crescent handle affixed at both ends. If you bring me these vessels in sets of 4, I will gladly trade what I have for them. Yes, trade quickly.
All right.
I have work to do.
So, if we bring the ancient vessels to him, or coffee cups, mugs, we can trade for also reward boxes, and these are all specific. Pharaoh, archers, drone hop, and wayfarers. It looks like we have the drone hop one. We also have Odyssey, and that's it. So there's a bunch of those we can collect as well.
I will leave you to the hunt. Be sure to delve into the ruins. Perhaps your travels have taken you through ancient ruins? Let us speak of it.
And I believe this is just a regular merchant. So that looks like all the things currently available for us to pick up here at Meridian. If we come into our map here, we do have the investigate crime scene. And then if we spread out here, we can honor the fallen. That was for that sun priest. This is our quest to go find Olin, and then I believe this is to help Erend. So we will be making our way north. We also have some hunting grounds that we may or may not do in the future. And we have to investigate this corrupted zone. I believe this might just be because we ran through it, so I added it as a quest. And then we just picked up a mission to search this little area right before the Banuk camp leading to the DLC area. So we've got quite a lot to do. I think we're going to call this a part for today. And next time, we'll probably start by helping out that investigation here in the city. And then we'll probably start heading out in the world, picking up on some side quests, and working our way north. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.